Hi there. Working through cat care instructions here. Thought it might be best to go over video. That way you can get a good sense about space and time. Not going to be the prettiest video ever, but really our first step here is being able to get through the gate. You lift it up, and once it's lifted up, you can swing it either way. This is not typical, but today you can see that the cat fountain is out of water. And so I am filling it up. Again, I will make sure that that is in pretty decent shape while we are away, and it should not need refilled. The other things that could potentially need done are this food. The food is going to be somewhere over in here. In this case, we're pretty lucky, and I've got a bag of food up here. I'm going to pause the video at this point to open up the food. Another quick point before I do so, what would you open up the food with? I do keep a knife over here in this area. Now that we're back at it, I've got an open cat food bowl. I am going to put all the food that we need in here. And I will, as with the water fountain, I will make sure that this is in pretty good shape and probably doesn't need anything done to it while we are away. I just changed the kind of food, so I was mixing it up just a little bit here. Once we have an empty food bag, you might be wondering what we do with it. I do have a little trash can that I keep over here. A couple other things to think about, and again, there's no expectation about this while we are away, but the cats puke. So I will at least demonstrate how to do this, and again, no real requirement to take care of this while we are away. First, I grab a plastic bag from the plastic bag container, which is that one. I'm going to switch hands so that I can actually do this. I grab the worst of it here with the bag. And then I grab a paper towel and some glass cleaner. I'm going to pause it at this point, get some things prepped up to show you the process there. Now that we're back recording, you'll see that what I take is the squirt bottle here, just kind of squirt it down good. Take a paper towel, get the worst of it off. That's sufficient. This is a cat room. The whole place is gross. Alright, at this point, here we are ready to tackle the cat litter box. This is the typical point at which you would grab a plastic bag from the container that we can have those plastic bags in and get the scoop in. This is not rocket science. We have our scooper right here, and we just kind of go to town. Once you have a bag, I recommend taking it like this, twisting it. It's hard to demonstrate. Twisting it like this, and then wrapping it around, looping it around, tying it that way. Once it's tied off, we can get it into the trash can. Last step, also two possible last steps here. They will hopefully be unnecessary or optional, respectively, is to add more cat litter. You will find more cat litter down here in a container. I will be sure that there's plenty of cat litter in there to minimize the chances of needing it. Pretty simple operation here for this one and this one. Great. Lastly, and this is going to be typically optional, and hopefully, so by the time we get back we can take care of it, would be all of the actual cat litter that ends up on the floor here. So we have a broom on this corner, and so then I typically just broom it up as necessary. Again, this might not be something you're super, you certainly don't have to do. You might just want to broom a clear path to the cat litter or something of that nature for your own sanitary concerns and so forth. I did forget one thing, which is trash bags. There are trash bags here. Trash night is Monday night. So if you take the trash out on Monday night, then you would remove the cat litter from here then, and replace it with another bag. Depending upon dates, I will take this bag out when we leave, and hopefully there is no need to handle that then. Alright, here we are, and we're talking dog care. The dog's water and food are here. I will make sure that she's topped off with food. She won't typically need a refill while we are gone. However, I will show you where the food is here shortly. She typically goes out to the bathroom in the morning. Sometimes in the ideal world, she goes out to the bathroom first thing in the morning, maybe mid to late morning, and afternoon, say mid-afternoon, and then before bed. For us, it's typically like 8 o'clock. But whenever at night is just fine. The amount of water, if you fill this thing up halfway, you could get away, you don't necessarily need to fill it up every single day. I do. It's ideal just to keep it nice and clean, but not 100% necessary. I would say that same thing too about the cat litter. The cat litter does not need done every day if you can get away with 2 days here. I'll get the dog out of here. All right, so let me show you where the dog food is and how to take Cody out. Come on, Cody. Cody is hard of hearing and slow and all kinds of other things. So it is important to be mindful of that, as if you call her, she won't necessarily come. And it's not because she doesn't know. It's okay, so I have this mess of stuff here, which I should probably clean up. And one of them is this green leash. There's also a black leash back there too, if you really prefer or can't find the one but can find the other. Okay. Come on. All right, I gotta pause the video. This door has a safety hook on the top, in addition to the latch here. So while we're at home, I don't typically lock this. I just do the safety latch up top. However, while we're away, it would be great to keep the actual door lock on as well. So she'll go to the bathroom out here. She typically poops once a day, sometimes once every other day. The worst possible thing that could happen while we are away is she is a jealous mistress. And so we have had times where, specifically I'm away, that she will let us know, or let whoever's taking care of her know, normally Cat, that she doesn't like that I went away, and that is by pooping on the floor. So I apologize if that happens. Cody's favorite thing to do is sniff typically the edge of this fence. So if you're feeling extra generous, let her walk you out to the edge of the fence, and she will sniff it for a minute or two until you get annoyed, and then you can bring her back in the house. She does seem to have some arthritis and other things like that. So the only thing kind of, accommodation-wise that matters is sometimes she gets a little iffy on going up this step. She will go up the step a lot, just like that, but sometimes she prefers that you hoist her up a little bit. She's not all that heavy, so it's not a big deal. So, then I'm shutting this, and in your case, while we're out, I don't know, heck, maybe I can't even lock it. There we go. And then locking the door, which is a little hard to do. All right, the two typical places that you will find extra dog food, which right now I have none, I will make sure that there is some, is right here. It'll be in a container or even just out. Secondarily, back in what is my office, which I will show you in a second. Something to be mindful of is the cats will go in the garage. So you don't want to leave the garage door open, the door to the garage open. If the dog goes poop, either in the house or outside, here are where we keep plastic bags, in addition to where you saw down in the cat room. The other thing would be then cleaning products. Cat vomit, stains, etc., that's there. There are other cleaning products here as well if, like, it's on the hardwood floor, and then in that case, you might even just use Windex or bleach cleaner or something of that nature. All right, last possible place that the dog food could be is right in here. All right, I think that covers everything right now. She does have some medicines, not necessarily a requirement that she takes it. She can go a long time without actually getting them, but it is nice if she does take them. How can you get the medicine? So this door works off this lock. You can hear that little ting. That means that the magnet has worked. I'm going to pause this here so that I can open it because it requires two hands to keep the magnet here and then pull the door open. This is the medicine that we are talking about, and I typically give it to her in a hot dog. I will demonstrate the hot dog preparation. You will typically find hot dogs in this drawer, could be another drawer, but typically there. Right now, this is something that moves, so hopefully it does not move by the time you get here. We have kitchen knives in here. We do that just to keep it away from the kids. The black ones are a lot sharper than the brown ones. So I'm going to get these things out here. Show you where our cutting boards are at the moment. They are in our Lazy Susan. And I'll prep up a cutting board. Now that we got a hot dog prepped, the question is, how do we cut her up? So I am typically cutting up into two small pieces and then a larger piece. The small pieces are to sort of chase and trail. The larger piece that actually has the pill in it, I will cut it up and show you what they look like. Here's a good example. I just have these nice little thin pieces. She can do that. And then this, what I do to cut a little slot into it is simply push the knife in there like that. That is sufficient to add a pill. Alright, so you can either just stuff it in. It should let you do so. You may find it easier to pinch it a little bit and then stuff it in as well. So we've got our pills ready. Let's see if Cody eats. Cody spends a lot of time in her bed. Usually not as successful when she's actually in her bed when giving her a pill. If she's pumped, she's hungry, then there's a sporting chance that we'll be in better shape. But let's see how we go here. Here, Cody. I got some meats. I got some meats for you. Look at that. Mmm, tasty, 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 tasty. All right. Yes. Now take the pill. Take the pill. Take the pill. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you son of a gun. Look at it. See? Eat it. She's dumb as a rock and smart as a whip at the same time. And it's like she ate that entire friggin' thing and, left a clean pill. It happens a lot. I have come to terms with that, she may not always eat her pill. So, of course, with that in mind, you may want to spare yourself the trouble. I will have some hot dog pieces in there. I'll just cut them up and put them in the fridge so that you have them. If they're not there, again, you know the procedure for cutting them.